In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. 5, 4, 3, 2.
1983 was a year where expectations didn't always match outcomes. Studios leaned into recognizable names, sequels, and high-concept ideas, but not every release connected the way it was intended. Some films arrived with built-in remembrance, but failed to deliver what audiences expected. Others experimented with tone or structure that didn't land at the time, and a few were simply overshadowed by stronger competition in a crowded year. The result was a group of films that underperformed during their initial run, despite having clear identity or ambition behind them. These are the 1983 movies that struggled early on, but continued to remain part of that nostalgia feeling. DC Cab, centered around a group of eccentric taxi drivers trying to keep their struggling business afloat. The film leaned heavily on character interactions and chaotic situations, rather than a tightly structured narrative.
I can't tell you what this means to me. I always carry a picture of you in my cab. Wrong cab!
When it was released, the tone felt uneven. It didn't generate strong box office results. The humor and pacing didn't fully align with what audiences were expecting.
You're a pitiful specimen of manhood. And why don't you off the street and get a decent job? I need the bread. Then get a job at the bakery.
The cast and setting kept it recognizable. Over time, it became associated with ensemble-driven comedies from the early 1980s, with its characters being one of its most distinct elements.
And take your eyes off my granddaughter, Cabby.
Jaws 3D attempted to continue a well-known franchise by introducing a new environment and a technical gimmick, 3D presentation. The setting shifted to a marine park, changing the structure from open water suspense to a contained environment. Despite the known name, the film struggled to meet expectations. The effects and presentation became a focal point of criticism, and the 3D format did not translate consistently across theaters. While it did draw attention due to the franchise, it did not achieve the same level of impact as earlier entries. It remains part of discussions about sequels that lean heavily on format rather than execution. Bad Boys.
Hey, scumbag.
Oh, shit!
Presented a grounded look at juvenile detention, focusing on a teenager navigating a harsh environment after a tragic incident. The film emphasized character conflict and escalating tension.
I don't want you to die.
Nothing's gonna happen to me.
Although it featured strong performances, it did not attract a wide audience during its release. Its tone was more intense and direct compared to other films competing at the time. In later years, it's been referenced in discussions about early performance and realistic portrayals of youth crime, standing apart from more stylized entries in the genre. Joysticks captured a specific moment in early 1980s culture, the rise of arcade gaming. The story followed a group of regulars trying to save their local arcade from being shut down. The film leaned into exaggerated humor and odd characters, which limited its broad appeal.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. For which one shall I go? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Luck of the draw.
Oh, I can take it.
It did not perform strongly when it was released. However, its subject matter kept it relevant as gaming culture expanded. It remains tied to that era, especially as arcades became a defining part of early 1980s entertainment.
Excuse me.
My goodness. I'm sorry. It looks like I got my hot dog in your thing. I mean, I got my wiener in your,
It also features John Griess, later known as Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, adding an unexpected connection for viewers revisiting it.
Some wheels.
Yeah. Wheel.
Rumblefish
You know, if you're gonna lead people, you have to have somewhere to go.
took a different approach compared to typical youth-centered films of the time, shot in stylized black and white with selective color. It focused more on mood and characters than plot progression.
Hey man, I thought you were gone for good.
I thought we had a treaty.
Look out, Rusty!
You want that cat, Rusty James?
Despite strong direction and a notable cast, it did not connect widely with audiences. Its pacing and visual style set it apart, but also made it less accessible. Over time, it's been examined for its artistic direction and structure. Its approach continues to stand out among films from that period, especially for its visual choices. The Right Stuff tried to tell a large-scale story about the early days of the American space program. It combined historical detail with character-focused storytelling across the long runtime.
Yes, sir! I'm running this show here!
We'll see about that.
Yeah? And I'm thinking of changing the order of flight assignments.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who you gonna
Who
get?
am I gonna get?
You heard what he said.
That's right.
Its box office performance did not match the scale of the production. The length and pacing made it a heavy commitment for general audiences. Years later, it remained part of discussions around historical storytelling in film.
Thank you, number 21.
Its scope and attention to detail continue to be referenced when examining large-scale narratives.
The elite brotherhood whose achievements inspired a nation.
These are the films from 1983 that struggled during their initial release and followed different paths, but they shared a similar outcome. They remained present in various ways. They weren't the titles that moved the year forward.
You find out the reasons. Because I'm exposed all of it.
They were the ones that stayed visible over time, and in many cases, that continued presence allowed them to be revisited from a different perspective than when they first arrived.
Now, Mom, if you want trouble, I am talking about scorched earth, no survival, wholesale destruction, body bags and fire, trouble, and you just keep coming out.